I had to be dad and just make a smart decision and de-escalate it.
I wasn't very happy that we had to give it to her, but we can't win. She was gonna get it anyways. I'm happy that I got to get something else. It was very, very fun getting to meet Dater.
Welcome back to Clout Therapy, where we break down the wildest stories from the internet. Today we're talking sports, drama, and one Karen who turned a stadium into her personal circus. From a Polish CEO caught on camera swiping a team's hat like it was party favors, to a Phillies fan having a screaming meltdown in the stands, this week gave us entitlement at its absolute peak. The crowd reactions? Brutal. The internet? Even worse. From memes to full-on roasting, these moments prove that clout doesn't sleep, and humiliation is only ever one viral clip away. If you live for messy chaos, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is Clout Therapy. Baseball has always had this one beautiful tradition that makes the game so special. When a foul ball or home run gets launched into the stands, it's like fate picks a fan at random to walk away with a piece of history. And yeah, adults scramble for it. But deep down, everyone knows the rule. If a kid ends up with that ball, that's it. No arguments, no debate, the kid keeps it. Fans cheer, strangers high-five, and you get one of those rare, wholesome sports moments that make the game bigger than just a score. Now let's set the scene. It's a Phillies game. The stadium is packed, the energy is electric. Out of nowhere, here comes the ball. A rocket into the crowd. A dad, cool as can be, snatches it out of the air. People cheer. That's already a win. But he doesn't even pause. He turns, smiles, and hands it straight to his little boy. And the kid? Man, you could see it on his face. Pure joy. Like Christmas morning and his birthday rolled into one. He's hugging that ball like it's gold. Everyone around is smiling because they know they just watched a core memory being made. But just as quick as the moment arrives, it gets stolen. Literally. Out of the corner of the crowd comes her, the internet's latest villain. A woman storms down the aisle, finger wagging, face twisted with that "I deserve this" energy. And before anyone can process what's happening, she's shouting that the ball is hers. The whole section freezes. People are looking at each other like, wait, what? Did she really just try to take a foul ball from a kid? The dad is trying to reason with her, explaining that he caught it, that he gave it to his son, but she's not hearing it. She's laser-focused, locked in, demanding that ball like it was her birthright. And this is where it gets ugly. Phones start coming out because people know something this ridiculous is about to go viral. Instead of backing off or laughing it off, Karen doubles down. She points, she yells, she argues with complete strangers. Her voice is echoing through the stands, drowning out the game. The poor kid is sitting there with wide eyes, clutching the ball, looking from his dad to this woman like he can't understand why someone would even want to take it from him. And the dad, you can see the frustration building, but also the heartbreak, because no parent wants their kid dragged into some grown adult's tantrum. The crowd is stunned, some people booing, others shouting at her to stop. But Karen doesn't care. She's puffed up, determined, acting like she just won some major legal battle. And here's the worst part. The dad finally breaks. Not because he was wrong, but because he didn't want his son to sit there scared and embarrassed any longer. So he does what any protective parent would do in the moment. He hands over the ball, and the second that ball leaves his hands, the kid's whole face changes. That joy disappears. He's crushed, heartbroken. This once-in-a-lifetime moment ripped away right in front of him. Meanwhile, Karen, she smirks. She walks off like she just won a championship, holding that ball in the air like it proves she's some kind of victor. But in reality, all she won was the crowd's anger and the internet's fury. Because by the time the game was over, the real story wasn't even about who won or lost on the field. It was about her. Clips started flooding TikTok and Twitter, different angles of the meltdown, fans narrating what happened, memes being born in real time. People dubbed her Philly Karen, some even making edits comparing her to cartoon villains. The boy's crushed little face side by side with her smug grin became the internet's new favorite before and after of entitlement. Comment sections exploded with outrage, with people saying this was proof that sportsmanship is dead, that grown adults need to learn how to act, that the sacred tradition of let the kid keep the ball just got violated in the most selfish way possible. What should have been a sweet, wholesome memory turned into a case study in entitlement. And in a way, that's why it spread so fast. Because sports fans everywhere know the unwritten rule. Everyone has either seen or dreamed of that magical moment where a kid gets the ball and the stadium cheers. But this time, that magic got hijacked. A Karen stole the spotlight, and in doing so, she guaranteed herself internet infamy. The internet turned this Phillies game meltdown into a full-blown circus. Within hours, clips of Karen's outburst were everywhere, and the memes were vicious. TikTok stitches labeled her Karen in the stands, and people started layering her screams over horror movie trailers. One viral edit said she looked like a live-action Meat Canyon character, all distorted expressions and over-the-top yelling. Others joked she had Dementor vibes, like she swooped in just to drain the joy out of a little kid's big moment. And the wildest part? Even Phillies fans, a group famous for booing their own players, and even Santa Claus, turned on her. Comment after comment said the same thing. If Philly fans don't have your back, you know you're the problem. The internet had spoken, and Karen was officially the villain of the week. But the story didn't stop at roasting. That's when the TikTok detectives went to work. People started slowing the footage down frame by frame, like it was some Zapruder film for baseball drama. They circled hands, highlighted the ball, and played it back in slow motion to see exactly what went down. And the evidence? Brutal. Karen never had control, not for a split second. The dad caught it clean, tucked it, and passed it straight to his son. Her whole excuse that he ripped it away collapsed under the internet's microscope. Then more angles surfaced. Fans from different sections uploaded their videos, and every single one confirmed the same thing. Karen reached, but she never secured the ball. It wasn't hers, not even close. Commentators had a field day, calling out the entitlement, saying she gaslit the crowd in real time. Some even joked she was starring in her own Karen cinematic universe, complete with slow-mo replays and breakdowns. And just to seal it, stadium ushers reportedly stepped in after the chaos and confirmed what everyone already knew. The dad caught it, fair and square. Karen's meltdown didn't just rob a kid of his moment, it also torched her reputation in front of millions. What she thought was a victory walk turned into the internet's newest cautionary tale. Don't be greedy. Don't mess with a kid's baseball, and definitely don't underestimate the power of a viral clip. The Phillies organization didn't just sit back and let this viral disaster speak for itself. They knew the kid had been humiliated in front of thousands, both in the stadium and online, so they stepped in with the perfect PR move. The team arranged for him to receive a signed bat straight from the players, not just a random piece of merch, but something personal, something that said, "We've got your back." And in that moment, the narrative shifted. What started as a sad story about a boy losing his once-in-a-lifetime baseball turned into a redemption arc, thanks to the team itself. It wasn't just about the bat, it was symbolic. The Phillies made a public stand that the tradition still matters, that kids deserve those magical game day memories, and no adult tantrum should ever take that away. Fans online loved it, praising the organization for protecting the spirit of the game. Meanwhile, the ball Karen fought over became something else entirely. The internet dubbed it the cursed trophy. Instead of being a prized souvenir, it's forever tied to her meltdown, a viral badge of shame that people will never let her forget. In the end, the boy walked away with a story he'll tell forever, and Karen walked away with a baseball no one envies. Just a few days before the Phillies fiasco, the internet was already dragging another viral villain. Over in Europe, a Polish CEO was caught on camera at the European Championship snatching a team hat right out of a child's hands. That clip blew up worldwide. People were horrified, calling it a new low in sportsmanship. And then, boom, the Phillies Karen meltdown drops. 2 scandals in less than a week, both built on the same theme. Adults stealing joy from kids in the middle of sporting events. The internet wasted no time putting them side by side. TikTok edits labeled them the villains of 2025 sports, with dramatic music and split-screen footage of the CEO holding the hat and Karen holding the ball. Twitter threads piled on, joking that this was the new Marvel villain team-up nobody asked for. Late-night shows picked it up too, with comedians cracking jokes about how even sports arenas aren't safe from entitled adults. Compilation videos popped up, ranking sports Karen moments like it was a highlight reel. Except, instead of amazing plays, it was grown people embarrassing themselves on camera. The story stopped being about one stadium, one game, or even one person. It became part of a bigger trend that audiences everywhere recognized instantly. And here's where the cultural side hits. Sports are supposed to be about joy, about unity, about creating moments you can't buy. And for generations, kids have been at the center of that. Whether it's catching a foul ball, getting a jersey tossed into the stands, or taking a picture with their favorite player, those are the memories that make sports magical. But when entitlement takes over, that magic evaporates. Instead of cheers and laughter, you get arguments, meltdowns, and viral shame. And because we live in a world where every fan has a camera in their pocket, these ugly moments don't just happen quietly anymore. They get magnified 1,000 times over online. The backlash isn't just about laughing at Karen memes or booing a CEO. Fans are asking real questions. Why are adults so desperate to compete with children for souvenirs? Why do some people feel so entitled to these objects that they'll ruin a kid's day to get them? Is it greed? Is it clout chasing? Or is it just that sports culture has shifted into something darker, where being the winner matters more than the community experience? People online pointed out that when adults act this way, it chips away at what sports are supposed to mean. If even the most wholesome traditions, like giving a foul ball to a kid, can't be respected, then what does that say about us as fans? At the end of the day, that's why these clips resonate so much. They're not just about a Karen or a CEO. They're about something bigger. They remind us how fragile those joyful moments are and how fast they can be ruined when entitlement takes center stage. And maybe that's why the internet doesn't just laugh and move on. It roasts, it debates, it demands better. Because deep down, everyone knows sports are supposed to bring people together, not tear magical memories away from kids who'll never forget them. One baseball, that's all it took to turn an anonymous fan into the internet's latest villain. In 2025, every angle, every scream, every reaction gets recorded. And once it's online, there's no hiding. Karen thought she walked away with a ball, but what she really lost was the respect of millions. And if this week gave us back-to-back fan meltdowns, who knows what's coming next? Hit that subscribe button, because the next scandal might already be loading in your feed.